So, Kyle, you went hunting with your father, bird hunting with your dad? Was that a good bonding activity?
Totally, yeah, 100%, yeah.
Like, what makes hunting a good bonding activity?
It's me and him against them working together, and he's teaching me a skill. And as I learn the skill, I demonstrate that he has taught me. And I'm like, he's like, you want to do it like this and like that. And then I'm like, boom, boom. And I kill two birds. And he's like, fuck yeah, nice job. And then like all of his friends are there to like see that I'm doing a good job. And, it's a really good bonding experience. We're spending all day together. We were both very, very good at it, like better than anybody else that was with us. And, I don't know. He's a smart guy too, so we kind of connect on that level. We're like, no, we should be on this end of the field. The birds come in from over here. You get there, we get there. We'll cut off everybody else. You and I get all the kills, and that we'd have a good time together.
But Kyle, in regard to the bird hunting, I want to know why you hunted crow. Like, why hunt birds that you can't eat unless? Like,
so here's the
pheasant? Why crow?
So here's the deal. I have gone dove hunting, and dove hunting is there are tons of dove hunters. It's a thing. Just like turkey hunting is a thing for whatever goddamn reason, and duck and deer. There's a lot of dove hunters. There's gear for it that's specialized and all that stuff. And it's very fun, and I like eating doves. You rip out their breast, stick cream cheese in the middle, wrap it in bacon and jalapeno, toothpick, throw it on the grill. They're called dove balls. It's, the breast grilled with
So Calgary
jalapeno,
Police
cream cheese,
Service is
bacon.
investigating
It's delicious.
significant
Really,
property
really fucking
damage.
good. But
You guys didn't hear it, but I played a video by accident.
that's all right.
I'm sorry.
But it's not as much fun, and it's the way you dove hunt is you've got a field that they're going to, and you're waiting between where they sleep and the field they're going to feed, and you're ambushing them in the middle. So they're trying to get to the food, and you're shooting them. But crow hunting, it's different, because crows are some of the most intelligent birds in the animal kingdom. You can teach them to talk. They're like parrots, but they don't have a support group, so you can shoot the fuck out of them.
Ravens are the smartest. If I learned anything from Game of Thrones,
That's true. They can.
So you go. Here's how you crow hunt. You get up before the sun comes up, and you go to a pecan orchard, and you're waiting there when the sun starts cracking, and you start playing a recording that lures the crows in. So it's either crows fighting with a hawk or crows fighting with an owl, which are their two natural predators, or it's a bunch of crows just kind of like congregating, like ah, 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 like just screaming, like a whole murder of crows going to town, and that draws them in. And it's very important with crow hunting that you shoot every crow that comes. And the first crow that comes is the alpha male. He's the guy in charge. He's going to fly over, check things out. If he sees you, or if you take a shot at him and he gets away, he goes back and tells the others, fuck all that shit. They're lying. Don't over there. You just got to leave. Your day's over. You got to go to a new spot. Because these crows...
If you miss a crow, you're that fucked.
At the beginning of the hunt. But what we would do, because we shot all day, every day, like we had thousands of skeet, and we had the right gear. We were, ghillie suits and really well camouflaged, hugging trees, waiting until the crow was close enough to kill. And as he got closer, you turn the volume down to bring him even closer. And you've got decoy crows laying everywhere, standing in the grass. And when it gets close enough, you shoot him with a souped-up shotgun. You don't fuck around because crows are tougher than they look. If you shoot him with the same shell and same shotgun that you shoot a dove with, he'll fucking shake that off and get back to the...
It's still birdshot, right?
Still birdshot, but it's bigger birdshot that's going faster. So more inertia, more mass, more speed. Dove shell might be an ounce or an ounce and an eighth of shot. The shot would be 7.5 shot, which is a smaller. It's getting toward the end of the smallest. 9 is kind of like super tiny. And it's usually going 1,200 or even less feet per second. But if I'm shooting crows, I want like an ounce and a quarter, an ounce and 3/8, an ounce and a half of 5 shot, 6 shot, maybe some 7s mixed in. I like to make my own little mixture. And it needs to be going like 1,300 or 1,400 feet per second. So when you shoot one of these shells, it's a regular shotgun shell. The recoil is going to be like, boom, boom. This is going to be like, boom. Like when
that much to kill a crow.
And we use extra full turkey chokes, so you're shooting the tightest pattern you can imagine, and the height that a crow flies over the trees is dependent upon how tall the trees are. They fly at treetop level, period. So if you're hunting in like some 12-foot tall pine trees, that motherfucker comes loping right over you, 15 feet in the air, and you blast him point blank with that load. I've seen Scott do this to a crow, and all that was left is the two wings, and they just pinwheel down.
Oh.
The crow comes over, it's like, ah, ah, poof, and just wings, and just like feathers, like poof in the air, like Tweety Bird, and two wings spiraling down with no.
Is there a reason to kill crow other than their interesting skeet?
They it's a challenge. Obviously, there's the sport of shooting anything, but also they do a lot of agricultural damage. They destroy the pecan orchards. They eat the pecans. So oftentimes you can go to the game warden and you can get a writ that lets you hunt them out of their season because of the agricultural damage that they may or may not be doing. And the other thing is it's kind of a hit and run type shooting. Dove hunting requires a good dove field. People will pay a lot of money to go to a dove field and shoot. You know, $50 a person, $100 a person, $200 a person if it's a really good one. It's often farmers who have, through the course of legit agriculture, they have seeds spread all in the field. You know, they cut over their corn, their wheat, their soybean, whatever it is, milo or whatever, and now the seeds are dispersed, but it's not like you went out there and baited, so that way it's legal. And there's a very serious distinction there because if you went out there and threw the seeds out, you're baiting, which is a crime. So that kind of hunting is dependent upon there being birds. It's dependent upon you getting a good spot. It means sitting in a field all day in the heat. It's sit here and wait kind of hunting. But crow hunting is hit and run hunting. So we get in the truck at the break of dawn, and we'll go to one spot and we'll hunt until they're all dead or they stop coming. And then we'll go to our other spot, and we'll just do it again. And we bounce around starting at like 5 a.m., and we'll get done around noon.
Now, was teenage Kyle ever lazy? Like, no, I want to stay in bed.
Oh, yeah, totally. He just dragged me out of bed. He's like, come on, we're going hunting. Like that. Yeah, let's go. He'd get me out of bed eventually. I was usually excited to go, but I'd always get out of bed to go hunting, like especially if it was the kind of hunting that I enjoy. I didn't always want to get out of bed to go deer hunting because I had to carry so much gear, and I didn't like that. And it was like, you know, a couple miles walk. But for bird hunting, I'm always up to go. I'm up to go now. I've been telling him lately we should go.
Deer hunting is not half as much fun as bird hunting. I've never hunted. Like, I can't see the fun of that really because, like, the whole fun I have, like, I love dove hunting. I like pheasant, quail. Not turkey as much, but pheasant, quail, dove. That's all fun because you're active. You're walking. When you shoot one, you're like, I'm going to eat that later. That's fucking my food. I'm going to eat that. With a crow, like, it's just like, all right, dead bird. Woohoo. Yay.
It's killing them.
The noise is back. Taylor, are you also on a laptop that's plugged in?
No. No, it's not plugged in anymore.
And it's better. I wonder if it comes back again, I'm unplugging my desktop PC. Shut this whole thing down.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's lots of different kinds of hunting, and they're all fun for different ways. I think the commonalities, the camaraderie is always fun with hunting. The outdoors nature of it, just getting outside and doing something. You know, the physical aspect, but it's also the risk and reward. With some hunting, it's like you get chance after chance after chance, just like fishing. But with some hunting, it's like you get your big moment, and if you mess it up, it's kind of you ruin everyone's day. And if you miss the deer, then the night's over. Like they don't just keep coming. Like once you shoot the first time, it's kind of over.
And I tend to get a lot more anxious with bird hunting with someone who's new to it than I do deer hunting, where you're both in a stand together waiting. Because unless you're a complete jackass, you're not going to walk to a part of the stand where the guy's aiming and just get shot in the back of the head. But with bird hunting, if someone doesn't know how to walk the line and figure out where the dogs are, how fast to walk, when to pace yourself, when to stop, then you could pull a Dick Cheney and just get shot right in the face.
I've been shot a few times, so it's usually not that bad, and I've seen people get shot kind of bad. So in dove fields, everybody's kind of just dispersed out in this field, and when a dove comes, whoever's closest starts shooting at it, and if it flies the wrong way, 8 people might shoot at it along its path. And as it goes, it's getting more frantic and high.
How high is it?
That's the thing in question. When one's very low, that means that I might be pointed across the field at you. So you'll hear someone scream, "Low bird!" And that means don't shoot. Low bird means don't shoot. And some people don't know that. Some people think low bird means shoot that when it's low. Swing
He's
around.
asking for it.
He's asking for it.
Dove are a lot higher than pheasant, at least in my experience.
Definitely. So on average, like pheasant are always, rising up from the ground. So yeah.
Pheasant, quail, and pheasant and quail taste better than dove, I think. But now that you've mentioned the cream cheese thing with the bacon,
it's really
I'm gonna try
easy. You don't have to know how to butcher animals. You don't have to be a chef. Like, here's what I do. You grab the bird, it's on its back in your hand. This sounds awful, but you grab the skin on its chest and just tear that off, and you really don't have to. You can just reach in and grab its breast, like the two muscles and the skin, and rip it right out of the bird. And you've got like a double breast of meat, just like a double chicken breast, And like I said, you wash it up, maybe cut the fat off if you want to. They're so lean anyway, you don't need to. And it's cream cheese, bacon, and jalapeno, toothpick, and you throw them on a grill, and they really are delicious. And I don't like beer, but I really like beer with this. Like, I love to drink beer and eat those things.
Yeah,
A friend of mine went hunting. I was in high school. We weren't close, but whatever. And he shot a bird on the ground, and apparently that was like a major super duper no-no. Like, you can't shoot a bird that's walking around.
That's asshole. Especially if you're young, like nobody cares.
He was young. Yeah. It might
Yeah,
have been
that's
14.
if somebody. It's one thing to correct somebody if they do something like that, but like I don't care. I've seen people shoot birds right off the.
I don't
power-
care if you go and club them. I don't think the bird cares either.
Well,
No, they're dying either way. Like,
you want to be legal, but like if it's just me and you there and you haven't shot a bird and there's an easy one, like I don't give a fuck if you kill it. I've seen people a lot of times like the bird will land on the power line right above them, and just poof.
well, let's get you fine.
No mercy.
Power line sounds risky.
Shot.
Yeah, those pheasants, like if you have your dog pointed at it and it's in some bush somewhere and the dog spooks it or it hears you coming, they'll run for like 10 yards before they even take off.
Yeah.
So it's, I'm going to eat you. I don't give a shit if I shoot you there or I shoot you here. And then
That-
just blow it away.
Kyle said a thing that got me thinking. He's like, if we're hunting and maybe you haven't done much and you shoot a bird on the ground, I don't care. Go get the easy one. That's how Kyle is. Like, if you're Kyle's friend, same team, bitch. Same team all the time. Doesn't matter. Like, he killed a guy, but probably,
On the ground.
he
At least he let him get a running start. I mean, he's doing the best he could.
if you're Kyle's friend, Kyle's on your side, period.
That's right. Absolutely. That's how I feel about a lot of things because I've been there. I don't remember a specific incident, but I'm sure I've shot a bird while it was on the ground. Like I just know I have. Like it is unsporting. It may be borderline illegal if the game warden were standing there watching you do it, but
Could be unsafe.
dude, I was shooting that bird because maybe I hadn't shot one in a while. Like I just wanted to shoot a bird. I'm dressed up in my bird shooting outfit. I'm wearing my bird shooting cologne. Like I got up this morning to do some bird shooting. Don't hate on me because mine wasn't exactly airborne. At the, like shit happens,
It's not
right?
airborne. It's still edible, which is the reason we're fucking here. Which is why I don't think I'd ever go crow hunting because I don't like killing things unless it's for food. Which is why when I talked about fly fishing recently, and I found out
Catch and
that
release.
the dude was like, "Oh, you got to catch and release. Make sure you wet your hands before you touch it, because otherwise it could burn their sensitive fish flesh." It's like, you eat shit. I don't give two shits about this. Like, fish. I can't eat it. It may as well not exist. I don't care if every fish in this river evaporates right now. I can't eat it. I don't care otherwise. Like, I don't want to hunt for something and kill it unless I can eat it. That's the fun.
I have shot stuff and I've eaten what I've eaten deer I've shot. I've eaten doves that I've shot. I think that's probably it. But normally I don't.
Is
I don't-
venison gamey?
Yes. What does gamey mean?
I don't know. I've never tasted gamey.
Gamey's just a little bit of a funky taste that you can get, and I think part of the gamey taste comes with like how the animal dies. You hear about like adrenaline getting in the bloodstream and that making the animal taste bad. And I don't know if that's been the case more times than not when I shoot deer, but generally I'm not speaking to how my deer have tasted, but when I shoot a deer, he drops dead right fucking there, like he doesn't run off because I use a high-powered rifle and I shoot him in the heart.
It's
So-
also the fact that these animals are much, much leaner than what people are used to eating, like farm animals. So you get a different flavor there. And when they're not grain fed, which is what a lot of people are used to, regardless of whether it's chicken or beef, that comes across as gamey. Have you ever eaten jackrabbit, Woody? Like on
No.
jackrabbit hunting? That's a very gamey meat right there if you get a big jackrabbit. But
I'm
sure Kyle is.
like can you hunt deer in your yard?
So the rules are like yes, basically, but it
Is there-
depends what your yard is. A few things have to be true. It has to be you have to be so far from certain roads. You can't be in a vehicle that's underpowered. You have to be licensed up just like normal. You have to be outside of city limits, and as long as you want to look in like the manual, make sure you're not breaking any of those rules. And then totally, I've shot deer in my backyard. I've shot a handful of deer in my backyard. Like
Yeah,
that.
I know. So the rules for shooting, I can shoot in my yard. I don't really have a way that I'm comfortable doing it. Like you can't shoot within 100 yards, I think, of another house, and you can't cross anyone else's property. Those are rules that I can live within, and still shoot inside my yard. I don't have great backstops at my yard at the moment, so I would need to shoot, say, from an elevated position or something, to do it where I.
Self a tower out there.
That's deer stand or something.
Deer stand right in your backyard. They'll never suspect it. It's too obvious.
I don't like that kind of hunting. I don't like when they're up in the nice, cushy, comfy tower. And I've been to places where it's like that. And when I say I don't like it, I don't like when other people do it. And I certainly don't enjoy watching other people do it. But I guess I would like to do it. But it's just very, very different from legit hunting. And it's a different experience. I think like when I went to that ranch in Texas.
What's a cushy tower? Because I'm picturing like a lawn chair in a tree with a cushion.
Here's a cushy tower, all right? This is what they had in Texas. Maybe I didn't get to this part of the story. You walk up a staircase that kind of wraps around this thing, and a door opens. There's a poker table in the middle. There are LCD TV screens everywhere. One of them's playing the NBA game, but the rest of them are 100% are like 24-hour live feeds of cameras pointed at feeders that are 400 yards, 800 yards, 300 yards, 600 yards in every direction. You've got full panoramic view and like a bench that these tables are sitting at, so that you can like open the window, shoot out the window from like having propped up on a nice thing and everything, like a nice sandbag situation. Then turn around your wheelchair in your like wheelie office chair, continue playing poker, and there's like a steady supply of beer and liquor. There's a fridge. There's all that stuff. Like super cushy, air conditioned, heated, the whole thing.
That sounds like a parody of hunting. Like if you were to turn it on an
gotta
episode
say
something
don't do
making
that.
fun of hunting, I'd believe you.
If you wanted to go, like I don't know, you're gonna be paying $10,000 to $25,000 to go do that and kill a cool animal.
See, that's the way you can shoot deer in your yard. Or the last house I lived in, or one of the last ones, we lived on a golf course, and there was such a huge deer problem on the golf course. We lived right off of one of the holes that they legalized bow hunting on the golf course. So from our backyard, if we were on the porch like drinking or having a party or whatever, and some dude was like driving, got his 7-iron out, was about to like swing, and a deer came on, and they were so desensitized to humans. They weren't like wild deer where it was like you walk up and they're like, oh, what the fuck? They see you like, yeah, you're another one of those, whatever. And I'd see guys like about to swing and throw their 7-iron down, run over to their golf cart, grab their bow, and then like string up and try and shoot these things 10 or whatever it was on the 18-hole course. And just and once you killed it, they had to remove it. You can't just leave a dead deer there. And so you would every once in a while, like once every couple of months, you'd see like a few people hit, and you'd hear the noise, and then you'd see the golf cart driving very sluggishly with a deer on top. It's like, oh, I had some good luck in the previous hole. It's an old Missouri.
I golfed a 104, but I got a 10-point.
Here's what they should do. In areas like that, all they got to do is legalize crossbow hunting. Because I don't know how much crossbow experience either of you have. They're like rifles. For like the first 100 yards, it's a rifle. It shoots so accurate. They all go in this little group at like reasonable distances, and it shoots fast as fuck. Like
Can a child load it? Can Colin load it?
no,
How
Okay.
how do you have to load it? Because I have no experience with crossbows. I've only seen like the hand crank medieval ones.
Yeah,
what
like
do you
Josh
do?
had. So here's what the way mine works, and I think mine's a decent one. I don't know if it's like the best or whatever, but if you're holding the crossbow like this, you turn it upside down and put the front of it on the ground, and there's a place where you can put your foot on it and like step on it, and then you reach down with both hands, grab the string, and yank it back, and it locks twice. It's like click, click, and you've got it completely pulled back, and then you put your arrow on in place, take the safety off, and it's got an optic on it like a scope, just like a rifle would have. But it is a. I don't think my girlfriend could, yank it back. I don't think you got to be a man to operate a bow. One of those.
Is it like 80, 100, 120?
I couldn't
Right.
say, but I would guess it's 70 plus. It's definitely 70 plus, but I don't remember. I don't shoot it much. I bought it for a video forever ago, and I just shot it the other day at like a big dirt bank. Like the bolts are different than the regular arrows too. They're
I
much.
swear I just heard a pig.
I thought that you guys played a sound effect of like a frog croaking.
I heard a small noise. I thought maybe one of you farted or maybe, and I was just gonna let it go.
Now I'd take credit. That was a good one.
Like, what the fuck? I don't have Minecraft open.
Yeah.
Minecraft malware.
So crossbows, they don't drop that much because I always
Opening
imagine
it.
that just like a bow and arrow over like 80 yards, it would be like a foot below where you shot it.
So everything drops at the same speed. The question is the velocity of the projectile. So how long it takes to get from point A to point B, and in that time period, everything drops the same amount. So it's like, I don't know, it's like 10 meters cubed per second or something like that. But that doesn't matter. The thing that makes the crossbow better than the compound bow is I think it shoots a lot faster. I think mine shoots close to 400 feet per second, whereas like a good compound bow, I think, is in the low 300 feet per second.
If
Range.
you need to just shoot multiple times, though, like what's the difference between reloading a crossbow as far as time if you're adept versus a compound bow? Because I've shot compound bows and I know it does not take very long.
It doesn't take very long, but like generally, if you shoot once, the gig is up. The jig is up, whichever. They hear that the strum of the bowstring firing and everything runs away. I would say if you were able to load a compound bow and fire the second shot and make it effectively, then you could do the same. I would argue you could do the exact same with a crossbow because it's really just like you would shoot, you put it upside down, yank, arrow on, and then go again. And really the great part is it's always fucking loaded. So there's the part of bow hunting that's always like gotten me found out and the deer gets away has always been standing up out of my seat, arrow on the bow, putting my release on the bow, drawing, aiming, and firing. It's all of that stuff that gets screwed up. It's not the hitting of the deer most of the time. Like if I can get the bow drawn back, I can kill the deer. But getting in position to do that with an animal that's like evolved not to let you do that is hard. Do that.
Taylor, now I heard an echo. Taylor says he's hearing the storm really loud, but I'm gonna look out the window. Give me just a second. I don't think it's even a storm, but hold on.
So isolated that you're not sure if there's.
It's storming here. Let me look outside.
No, don't leave me alone. All right, guys, welcome to the Merc Jerk Show. Kyle and Woody have left, and I'm the only one here, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. And what I want to say is, should have prepared something. Why would both of them leave? Why would 2/3 of the team leave in the middle of the fucking show? Like, you have to have someone to bounce shit off of. I guess Woody's not to blame. Kyle's to blame. He's walking over there sucking his girlfriend's tits or something while someone would be here for me to talk to. Now they're both. All right.
It is barely raining out. It is raining, but I had to confirm there are some drops falling.